To our YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the nickname of the World Forum of Civil Society Networks. That, as many of you or some of you already know, it's an initiative which was born more than 10 years ago, and it was initiated by Federico Mayor when he left the Direction General of UNESCO, and is still chaired by him. This is an initiative which is aimed precisely to find a space in which different networks of civil society, reference from the academic sector, as well as of certain personalities of writers and other personalities around the world, can work together precisely in some of the most key elements that today humanity has to face. This is the issue of global governance. Global governance is a key issue, and we have been devoting a lot of energies and time of this more than 10 years of work that we have been already doing, precisely in working in order to create and to enhance and support all the initiatives to get a better system of global governance, a system of global governance which includes the reform of the UN system, which is for us the key element of the model of international institutions, but which is also takes into account the deep reform that we need to address for the international financial institutions, especially the World Bank and the IMF, and including, of course, the profound reform and restructuring of the World Trade Organization. This issue, the issue of global governance and the need to build a new model of governance, because it's clear that today there is no governance, and above all there is no economic governance. This urgent need, it's what it has been our priority for the last 10 years, and we have been doing so in different frameworks. We have been working very much in the framework of the World Social Forum process since it was born. We have been working with this in other frameworks, whether it has been in networks of civil society in Europe, it has been in networks of Latin American civil society organizations in Africa and in Asia. So this YouTube channel is precisely a new tool that we want to use to put some of the videos of the different activities we have been doing these last years in this area as well in other areas. And it's not only to present what we have been doing, but what we're going to do. So it is a new tool in order to be more connected with civil society through the new technologies. And other issues that we are currently debating and working with, one of these initiatives is precisely the issue of innovative financing for development. Innovative financing for development, which is basically the current state of the debate of what it was the known proposal as the Tobin tax, is one of our key elements of discussion and action. And this is why, because the deficit of funds for development is one of the key elements which is creating the situation today in which the Millennium Development Goals are not being achieved and are not going to be achieved, precisely because of the lack of funds. And we think that this proposal of innovative financing of a specific financial transaction tax, and more specifically of a currency transaction tax, which at the end of the day it was what it was initially proposed by Tobin in the 70s, could be at the same time a first project or a first tool of global economic governance, because we're calling for an international tax that at the end of the day should be a global tax, so it would be the first global tax on the one side. So on the one side we could be starting to work in a model of global economic governance, and on the other side we could find the necessary funds that we need to tackle some of the major problems we have today. And finally, we have been also working in the last months and in the last times in a new issue of our campaign, of the campaign for the reform of international institutions, which is the core action that Ubuntu is undertaking. Is precisely a new campaign in which we are linking the issues of food sovereignty and the issues of global democracy, because it's clear that there is a strong linkage between the problem of having and the scandal of having 1 billion people suffering of hunger in the 21st century and the lack of governance at the global scale. So this is another issue that we are devoting our energies and that we're going to debate and propose more and more in the near future. So welcome to our YouTube channel. I hope that this is of your help, that you can find some of the activities we have been doing, that you can find some of the speeches that some of our colleagues and friends have been doing in the last years and in recent times, and that you can resend to your friends our information, that you can use it, and you can use it as much as possible in order that we all together we can work for a change, and for a change at the global level.